I'm doing the bare natural eyebrows, embracing my natural eyebrows, Mia Goth thing. 你们好，红枣。Today is Green Couch story time. But then you can't really see like those seashells behind me. You can kind of see them now, but okay. Look, I'm wearing like 5 necklaces because I couldn't pick. That just shows how indecisive I am. Is that because I have Gemini placements? I don't know. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience having an acting job, a professional acting job for the first time that wasn't a commercial. So this was my first TV acting job experience. There's like a funny backstory to it. I had been with an agent for 4 years and felt like it was the time to switch to a different agent, and then I signed with a different new agent. I really wanted us to be on the same page, and this new agent, who is my agent currently, he gave me an audition for this role, and it was the first ever audition that he sent me on was for this role in Charmed. Charmed is a show on the CW. It's a reboot. Growing up, I was such a huge fan of the CW. I loved Gossip Girl, 90210, Vampire Diaries, like every single CW show. I've seen probably all of them, like Hellcats, even the ones that were canceled. There's this other one that starred Britt Robertson that was really good. So getting my first TV acting job and it being on the CW was like, wow, I was so happy. It was like my dream come true. But first, let's rewind. On the day of the audition, I decided that I would wear this toque. Actually, let me go get it. It's this toque, which, you know, it seems pretty ugly. I don't know. It's just like a plain toque. And I wore this. The role was for like a film student, like a film production student named Jillian. And I wore dark green lipstick, the lipstick that you probably saw in one of my most recent videos, the one where I was reading Prologue Part 2 of the Alphas. So that combo, the green lipstick with this hat, that's what I wore to the audition. And it's funny because I was a film studies major at university at UBC, so I felt like this role was very similar to me. I remember I was so hesitant before I put on the dark green lipstick, so I actually messaged my agent. He was actually on vacation at the time, so I wasn't sure if he was going to respond or not, but he actually responded in a timely fashion, which I was like, wow, this is great, and said that my look for the audition was good, and that, you know, he supported the choices I was making with wearing the toque and the dark green lipstick. So I was like so happy that he was approving of my idea for the character. Then I went to the audition. A week after that, I was like working out on the treadmill in the gym, which I never do. It was just like one of those days where for some reason I was in a positive enough mood to like actually be running on the treadmill. So I was trying to be productive that day. And then I got the text from my agency saying that I got the part. And I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, it was totally a dream come true. Just the way it happened with like it being the first ever audition that my current agent has ever sent me on, and me getting it, it was just such a good sign that I had made a right decision in choosing this agent to sign with. It was just so serendipitous and miraculous. Yeah, perfect. It just really assured me that I was stepping into a good partnership with this agency. They had submitted me for a role that was suitable for me and that I actually ended up getting. Thank you, CW, and everybody who played a hand in me getting this, because the CW is seriously like my dream. Like if the Alphas could go onto any network, I would want it to be on the CW. For sure, for sure, for sure, 1000%. The CW is like my favorite network. The funny thing is that I was kind of superstitious after wearing this hat and getting that role. So I actually wore this hat for my To All the Boys audition. And I got that too. So now this is like my lucky hat, but I don't think I can wear it again because I don't know. It's just so weird that I got 2 roles from wearing this hat, like this frumpy hat. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll share about To All the Boys in a separate video after Always and Forever Laurie Jean comes out. But yeah, this is my lucky hat. That is the story. I have this hat to thank. I don't know if it's this hat or it's just something. All the pieces just fell into place for some reason for me to get the roles that I've gotten so far. Now onto the part where I was actually on set for Charmed. I went in and the 3 actresses, the 3 main leads were there. It was actually on like a studio lot. The bar scene that I was in, it was actually just all like in a studio, so it wasn't a real bar. I just did the scene with Melanie Diaz, and I was so excited that I got to exchange words with her in a scene. I got to meet Sarah Jeffrey briefly. I actually like mentioned to Sarah Jeffrey, I don't know if this is weird that I did that, but I mentioned to her that I remembered her from the callbacks for Descendants, because I was actually at the callbacks for Descendants and I was one of like on the short list for the role of Lonnie, which is Mulan's daughter, which actually went to Diane Doan, and she did great in that role. But yeah, I remember that was like one of the parts that I was really close to getting. And I got to meet Kenny Ortega in my callback for Descendants. So yeah, I remembered Sarah Jeffrey in the callbacks room, like the waiting room, when they were doing the callbacks for Descendants, which was a really, really long time ago, when I was like 16. I mentioned that to Sarah, and yeah, Sarah's really nice. And I remember being super nervous like before doing my lines, because I was so scared that I would mess up my lines or something. And I remember I hoarded like 7 or 8 of those like little dark chocolates that were in the Crafty. Just like, you know, your girl needs some chocolate to like boost her confidence, her self-confidence before doing the scene. That was my time playing Jillian on Charmed in season 1, episode 13, Manic Pixie Nightmare. See it if you haven't. And it was really fun because it was totally like art imitating life, because I was a film studies major and then I got to play like this film production major girl who's like wearing this like fancy hat. It was kind of a comedic scene, like all those film production students, they're pretty bougie, I would say. Kind of like they were attending like a Coachella, but like a film festival version of Coachella. I feel like that's what the wardrobe was insinuating. That was a great episode. And it was an episode that was totally about a film trope, which is the Manic Pixie Dream Girl, which we did study a lot when I was a film studies major in my 4 years. Well, I don't know if I studied it all throughout my 4 years, but it's definitely something that I probably wrote an essay or 2 on. Another really fun memory from being on set of Charmed was that there was, because it was on the studio lot, there was this like golf cart type thing, so one of the crew members drove it and I got to sit in that golf cart thing. I felt so official, like I was like an official actor being driven around in a golf cart. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah. That was like really, really fun. I loved that so much. You don't have to walk across the huge lot. You can get driven in a golf cart. That's so fancy. Actually, like in the alphas, because their campus at Gateway Academy is so large, they have golf carts on their campus too. So yeah. Anyway, to me it's just like super fancy. 我也学到怎么用这个就是一个 OPI Rapid Dry on the set of Charm. The makeup artist used this to dry my nails, and I never knew about this product before then, and this is so handy. Like I love using this now. I actually like messaged her after I got off set and I was like, what was that thing that you used to dry my nails? And she told me. Yay! Slowly but surely learning some secrets of the makeup and beauty trade. That's the end of this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. 下次见.